In Nigeria, the civil service is the engine room for every government. It is the engine room for policy initiation, administration, and implementation, and the intellectual power bank of the state political leadership. The role played by the civil service to ensure smooth, seamless administration and dispensation and distribution of services to the public cannot be overemphasized. That is why no government exists to succeed without a civil service. Over the years, precisely 41 years since Niger State was created, successive governments have evolved strategies, forms, reforms, course of action and programs that sought to reposition and galvanize the institution of the civil service to make it more effective and efficient in delivering services to the people. This present government and the past ones have in their various ways invested energy and resources into these variables to achieve intended goals. Governor Abubakar Sani Bello, who was sworn in 2015, has promised to reposition the service with catalogue of reforms that seek to change the story of this important institution, because he believes they are a critical partner in his avowed determination to achieve a lasting legacy in social engineering, road construction, quality healthcare services, education, water supply, agricultural value chain, youth and women empowerment, and other human endeavors. Governor Abubakar Sani Bello spared no effort and resources to reposition the civil service of Niger State. To achieve this objective and to respond to the emerging reality, the government initiated a policy of a wholesome and strategic capacity enhancement program that will help rejig the service and its human resources. Permanent secretaries and officers in the Directorate cadre have been engaged in workshops and seminars sponsored by the government to acquaint the public officers on what is needed of them. The initiative also provided the opportunity to test the level of mental awareness and knowledge of new emerging issues that will help as input to policy initiative and problem-solving techniques.
The top-down design is you have to identify a system. An example is, assuming we want to computerize the activities of Ministry of Education, we look at the whole system in general and then integrate it into subsystems.
Purchase your tracks today.
One of these workshops was the Mixed Permanent Secretaries and Commissioners Workshop that took place in Kaduna, tagged 2 days retreat on relationships and good governance. The primary aim of this gathering was to engage the level of interaction between political office holders and the top echelons of the civil service. This is to encourage and enhance relationships among key actors in the system and to smoothen work process that will engender development and progress in line with the progressive inclination of the administration. Participants were privileged to undergo the knowledge rudiments and themes of governance, leadership, public communication, and relationships in a nascent democratic settings. The meeting, which had the governor of the state, Alhaji Abubakar Sani Bello, in attendance, offered the participants the opportunity to have a face-to-face interaction with the chief executive hearing from him his administration plans in the next 4 years. To properly put other key stakeholders in the service in right perspective, the administration, through the Office of the Head of Service, organized a 2-week training and evaluation workshop for officers in Directorate cadre. Organized in partnership with the Nigerian Public Service Institute, the training workshop was aimed at other things to evaluate and score the mental and exponential capabilities of officers in the Directorate cadre, knowledge of the system, current affairs, level of aptitude, problem-solving techniques, problem-solving skills, communication and relationship ability, riddle solving and teamwork and building. These are done so as to prepare them for eventual higher tasks ahead, where they are aggregated and classified based on their performance at the retreat. This will provide the government the impetus to select on merit and pick from the pool and place appropriately competent hands on the top position of permanent secretary or its equivalent. To enhance productivity, boost morale and engender industrial harmony, the administration of Governor Abubakar Sani Bello has put to front burner welfare of workers. These can be demonstrated by several interventions that earned him commendable applause from civil servants.
A specialized arrangement with Nigerian Defense Academy Kaduna, Federal University of Technology Minna, and Ibrahim Babangida University Lapai, under which our senior officers within the Directorate cadre were encouraged by the government to further their studies in their fields of endeavor. To this end, I can tell you within this administration, we have trained over 480 directorate level officers. Some went for their masters and even some for their PhD. It's a deliberate effort of the government to insulate as much as possible the service from political interference by developing the competence and confidence of the officers in the service.
Even though the governor maintained the various salary structures, such as contis for workers in tertiary institutions, conhes for health workers in public hospitals, commes for medical doctors, and jusen for judiciary workers, and several others, he did not only pay as at when due, he increased to 100% the percentage earlier agreed with the previous government in fulfillment of his desire to rejig and motivate the workforce to give out their best.
There is no doubt, and it's no longer news, that the present governor, under the leadership of Abulolo, as it's usually called, is doing a very good job in all facets of human endeavor. So I call on all civil servants in the state to, as a matter of urgency, to come out en masse and vote for Governor Abubakar Sani Bello so that more goodies will come to the state.
Recently, the government enhanced the percentage agreed on the tertiary institution workers, where more amount of money was given to them as part of the bargain. To that extent, I think out of the 100%, we have just barely about 13% yet to be implemented. That is also another achievement on the part of the government.
In another recorded milestone, recently, the government effected an increase of civil servant salary by 25% for those on grade levels to bridge the widening gap with other salary structures. This wise and uncommon act was the fulfillment of the governor's covenant with the civil servants to improve on their working conditions. That is not even all, because in furtherance to his covenant with civil servants, the administration has returned the payment of leave grant hitherto suspended by the previous government.
In pari passu, the government still promised workers during the last year, May Day, Labor Day, that those of us on the GL or earning on the GL structure will have something given to them. The labor demanded for a 30% increase, and government was magnanimous enough to pay 25%. And I think is also a step forward, because at the end of the day, what you may expect a worker on the GL structure to go home with was just a peanut of what others were taking. So in order to bridge the gap, Mr. Governor, out of the same magnanimity identified with him, endorsed the increase, and it has been paid.
For several years, since the negotiations of the last minimum wage ended, workers had been agitating for the payment of leave grants, which never came to fruition until now. Beginning from January this year, civil servants will be collecting in full their leave grant, and already timetable for payment is out. This is a promise fulfilled.
I want to thank the Governor, Sani Bello, for what he has done for us as a civil servant, with the welfare he has given us, and we want to thank him for the leave grant again. We pray he can be able to pay the others that have not been paid too. As for us, we have received ours, and we want to thank him. More kudos to him.
I just want to appreciate the good work that the Governor of Niger State is doing, mostly to we civil servants. The 25% he will, and he do it to us. He make it possible we didn't expect. There are people that we are saying maybe it's lie, he will not do it, and he have done it to us.
Unexpected, we see the leave grant issue. Many people are expecting, they are even saying that it's not going to be possible. We are rumors here and there. Fortunately, we just see alerts. So we pray for that. Inshallah, we are praying for him to continue.
No wonder the workers, through their representatives, the organized labor, in appreciation of his friendly policies, endorsed Governor Abubakar Sani Bello for second term because he has fulfilled the promises he made to them. They ask him to continue with the good work he has started for the civil servants in the state. These are some of the efforts Governor Abubakar Sani Bello pursued and achieved within a short stint. It is unprecedented in the history of the civil service of Niger State, and it is noteworthy to state that the resultant effects are not difficult to see.
The pension board is trying its best, but since I came, the payment of pension increased from almost 70 million monthly to about 300 something million naira now, and we're paying. Even with the scarce resources, I feel very much for the pensioners because, yes, some pensioners have other businesses, but some rely only on their pension.
Purchase your tracks today.
It is disheartening when you see a pensioner that relies only on his pension not being paid. Even when you're in government, at some point you have to allow your conscience to judge you. And sometimes try to put yourself in the position of the very, very vulnerable worker. Sometimes it's difficult for us to understand. To some, 10,000 naira is a lot of money. To others, 10,000 naira is nothing.
Today, the civil service is more invigorated, efficient, effective, and knowledge-driven to initiate, execute, and deliver services that are in tune with modern realities. The service as a hub of activities of government will be expected with these bold reforms and other clear initiatives compete in the years ahead with modern public service institutions that is poised to take Niger State to El Dorado's end.